Yeah, I just took them out a bit ago. Yes. Yes. Okay, hello, hello. Let me do some posting. Frame when I get back. What up, Kivadog? Alright, I'm here. I swear. Let me do my posts. Hello, gamers. Hello, hello, hello. Bum bum. I'm posting the most unhinged fucking thing to post in one Discord. I typed, how do I usurp the cough-up queen in the courtroom? This game is something else. Still thinking about how we got a full-ass, like, cowboy from West LA alongside the cough-up queen. Insane writing, truly. Alright. Hello, hello, everyone. Hope everybody's day has been good. Ugh. Don't mind me stretching before we begin. Alright. So, last we left off, we were still on day one of the courtroom, that's right. I mean, this case is off to like a really strong start. Is the strong good or bad? I haven't quite decided, but it's funny. Well, it's funny beyond murder, but you know what it is. I'm very curious to see how the rest of this one goes. So, because, like, I thought we were going to be ending day one last time, and then the game gave me, like, 3 psych outs with everything. So, I'm curious to see where it goes from here. So, because it's us and Emma trying to get her sister out. And yeah, no Maya still, but golly gee. Alright. So, let me change over scenes. Alright, there I am. There's the game then, hopefully. There it is. Alright, cool. So, I think it's time to begin, gamers. Bum bum. Yep, we must continue to rise from the ashes. Oh yeah, because I almost blew through all my HP in the first part of the case. That's right. Oh, do one last thing. Get rid of that stream preview. Alright, here we go. Still first day of court. Just lunch. Because we have a half-an-hour recess, and then we needed somebody to go get the cloth out of that car exhaust pipe. The muffler, as it were. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? That's a rude thing to ask the moment I get back into the game. Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Yeah, no, this case is something. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turned this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I don't think I'm doing the same voice I did before. I'm trying to dial it in. Whoopsies. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. It's our dude. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? That first line just made me think hashtag Gorilla Grip. I'm sorry. Moving on. All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. Glug, glug, glug. You don't say? Now, don't that just beat all? Huh? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. What? What? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Oh boy. So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? It's... If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Okay, so intermission over. All right, now we get back into the real meat and potatoes. I think I got something similar for Emma's voice. I didn't have the bandwidth to... I knew I wanted to stream today. I didn't have a chance to re-listen to the stream during work fortnightly. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Hey, that's mean and correct. So I'll let it slide. Actually, this is Emma's voice now. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, and it can't be. I didn't even get to read the rest of that. It can't be. This can't happen? I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable.
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me, knock, knock?
Who's there?
Huh? What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What do I think Slayer sounds? Oh, this dude does have the Slayer fit. It's bad that when I thought of what Slayer sounded like, all I thought was his theme, him opening his mouth, and then you get the guitar riff at the... And what does Slayer sound like to me? It's like, probably... I just keep imagining the guitar riff when he's talking. Fuck.
He probably talks like this. But like deeper. I just don't know how.
Strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he?
Oh, it's you!
Is he just not gonna say anything? Oh, there goes my mouse. Oh, sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads... Oh man, what was I even thinking for Slayer a moment ago? This is not how I imagined Slayer talking. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days?
Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy, Smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. I'm very afraid. How did this guy just get to, like, the witness stand? Sorry, but who are you? Ah, so you're Rido. You're Rido, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Man, this is not how Slayer was going at all. My voice cannot land on one thing today. Oh, so you're Rido, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? Yeah, give me a pipe. I'll use this pen as a pipe. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we all should go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Yeah, this dude does not seem like a Slayer to me. Little worthy?
Mr. Wright.
You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
Stop staring at me. Damon Gant. Okay. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Just look at this poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Oh. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Man, I cannot talk today. Don't say that's just like a day that ends in Y. Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy. It's a good day to not be able to talk. Yeah, I guess that is a day that ends in Y.
I have no desire to hear your excuse.
I'm telling you to wait. What, didn't you hear me? I don't like this change of music. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. Oh no. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth.
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had
your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Only 3. Man, I'm hoping it's not another 4-hour stream tonight. I don't know if I got that much in me. But we'll find out.
The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, come on, just open it, just hurry and open it up. All right, yeah, I figured, yeah, okay. Every time this pops up, I'm like, ah, yes, let me move over, but the game does it for me. So I have to watch every item go by. Here we are again. HNB, right, terrible convict for me. At least I know how to move these around now. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. Oh, this is another piece of evidence. SL92. I don't think we've heard that name yet. Because obviously the other one that pops out is the DL6. But SL92 does not, SL9 does not ring a bell yet. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. Okay, so I'm on the right track, but it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this. Somehow. Okay, so let's finish doing the Nintendo DS things. Yeah. What? Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Yeah, so this is the murder weapon. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. That's not looking good. So I'm guessing... Oh. So my original thought with all this was that it was a small piece of white cloth, but I forgot the photos have been in black and white this entire time. Which means that I don't really know the colors of anything. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. But, let me review. No, that's not the one I wanted. Yeah, so this is in black and white. So we basically have to just assume what these colors are. And that means with the other photo that... Was the other photo not added to our evidence? They just showed it? And they didn't add it. I was thinking, I guess we couldn't see what was put in there. But we do know that the case was... That was the same day. It was the cleaning day along with the award ceremony day. And it was the cleaning day because they were moving all of the evidence that they had used in already closed files over. So whatever this SL9 case was the one that Goodman was carrying on the way to the office. And also the one that was used to kill him. I definitely don't have all the pieces yet, but I'm just trying to put everything back together in my head for how this is working out before they explain it to me fully what all this means. Okay. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but can I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife.
Sure! Sure thing! Not a problem, not even a little one. Really? Oh boy, best viewers? Holy shit. I'm trying to right click your name and, oh, whoops. My finger slipped. My bad. Oh, I couldn't get the link, guys. Where am I going to get the best viewers now? They're already here. Anyways. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one. Really? He just seems like really energetic to me. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess! The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Wait, what?
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
So wait, is this the second detective that was killed? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Objection.
Wait a second. You said 5:15.
Duh, the opening showed 2 people being murdered. I'm stupid. I forgot. The case... Sorry, the cough-up queen distracted me. My bad, y'all. My bad. My head's back on track.
You said 5:15.
That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's
Order, order, order!
Anyway, we at the department, we're all flustered, as one might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Okay. Okay, alright. It's time to mash, everyone. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me? Special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Rido, but I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in Goodsman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery.
And I like a mystery. It's wrapped in something. A muffler. Okay. I have to press on everything. Traces of the victim's blood, yeah. Okay, let's get all the talking done first, and then I'll start big braining it. Oh, thank God my health bar reset. Ooh, I was just thinking about that. Unless there's a connection, but this knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rido. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Rido. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time.
So how are things down at the department?
Piece of evidence that has stumped me all this time. Okay, so let's do 2 things real quick. SL9. Duh. So, yeah, that's SL9 too. So yeah, this note is... So I was originally thinking this note made no sense, or I thought the date was backwards because of the time frame, but I realized that doesn't really work here unless it's actually flipped, so this thing is actually upside down right here. I'm going to finish pressing on everything so I have all the information, and then I'm going to come back and present Goodman's note. So, alright, so right idea, just wrong execution, but I can work with that, so... I want to finish pressing him because this guy's something. Hold it. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Rido, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Alright. Detective was killed. I want to find out more. Yeah, I'm gonna press everything and then I'll go back because I need all the information I can. On the same day that a detective was killed at a prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help. You help me by giving me data on your case? Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. So we already know when the victim died. And we already know where the victim was found. So how was the victim killed? So how the victim was killed is the one piece of info we don't have. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. That's what I thought. It was what we were into Force call a stabbing. With a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases and the cause of death. It seems like I'm gonna have to press on this a bit harder. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a... let me check. One sec. 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Not officially linked, so I can't talk about it. Okay. I figure I won't get much without this. Let's just press anyways. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand.
Try to understand, Righto.
Well, if you could prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it. One at the prosecutor's office, one at the police office. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. So... I can. Objection. Wait a second. At last! An honest to goodness objection. This knife, this has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
An honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Yeah, this dude, you know, being for the chief of police and dealing with two murders just seems like he's here to, like, have a good time. This dude's kind of, like, unhinged. That's kind of, like, my thing with him. Like, I get that he kind of looks like Slayer, but that doesn't, like, the way he's talking is, like... This dude's just here. He's having a good time. He's like, wow, oh man, I get to hear. Yeah, he's so excited. I get to hear all these things. Like when I was playing this game on my DS. Yeah, or on the Game Boy. Yeah, this is so awesome. And holy shit, I get to hear this and that. And oh, I'm actually in the case. I got to present things. Oops.
This is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. Stan Lee.
What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12-2?
No, sirree, Judge. Your Honor. It's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? You get 221 SL9. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order, order! Well, Chief?
Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rido. I win? What game is this guy playing? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yeah, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Rode. He's playing Ace Attorney 1. The non-DLC version. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. A bad day for the department. It's not officially linked. I want to rotate this in my mind again. Fuck. Okay. So there's nothing else to be gained from this for now anyways. Oh my god, this is so weird. I'm not gonna get over this for the rest of the case. Fuck. Okay, so. Alright. So now that I know it was linked... So... the question for me is this, as I'm thinking about all this. Is the blood on this knife already dried from the first time it was used as evidence, or this case? Because seeing as it was stolen from... I'm thinking, I'm pondering, I'm wondering. So, because what keeps getting me is that this was the day that they were moving evidence over to the prosecutor's office in general anyways. And Goodman wasn't a very good detective. So there's also the chance that he could have, like, just picked up the knife and forgot to write out on it. And just wrote down what it was supposed to be for. No? That doesn't make sense. Does it? I don't know. Of the prosecutor. What evidence haven't I used yet? Honest phone, muffler, parking lot floor plans. I haven't used the switchblade knife. I'm just gonna press on some stuff to see. I'm glad, I'm glad. Because it's like, I'm gonna see if there's anything else on that knife. I think I got it all. Rotates in mind. Okay, so now, no, fuck. So I think this is the same thing. Okay, so... Okay, so I don't think there's anything else I can get from this knife. At least not for now. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing else I can get from this for now. Da-da-da. And there's nothing showing that here. There's the thought of no, because she. Let me review what ones. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. I know I pressed on this already. I want to press on it again. Knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was the evidence. Nice, nice. Yep. Case long since solved. Was found. Yeah, I need to press on a couple of these again to think about this. Police courtroom, you got a good look in your eyes. Why wasn't I informed? Because you weren't. Well, you didn't ask. And I understand Lana's case. Yada yada yada. Detective was killed. Obviously, I have all the pieces for this. I'm gonna press on this again. Yeah. Okay, part of the reason why I wanted to do that was to make sure I wasn't accidentally missing anything. So it has to be a piece of evidence that was linked here. No, okay. Whew. Thought I accidentally presented it for some reason instead of just double clicking on it. It would be stupid just to show the knife and be like, well, we found the knife here. I feel like it'd be really stupid to also show this one off again and be like, well, we found it in the victim's car. You gotta tell us. I need to show that I'm an attorney. Star. I mean, it would be stupid, right? It would be stupid. It would be stupid. Objection. Okay, that's not it. The music didn't change. Fuck. Alright, let me save real quick before I lose any more health for dumb things. Wasn't officially linked to this case. It's like I can just, it's one of those things of where it's like I can kind of see the thread, it's just not knowing where to start again. And it's like, it would be stupid to, yeah. Yeah, it would totally be stupid for Nick and the man from Meowie to make out, right? 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 The only other thing would just be presenting the note again. That's my only other lead right now. Correction. Music didn't change. Fuck me. Okay, alright. 2 swings and 2 misses. They've gone through, that's true, they're the men from Meowie now. Well, see, that's the thing that keeps getting me too, is, because he didn't die. Everybody keeps saying he died at 5, he wasn't stabbed at 5:15. He died of loss of blood before that. That's the thing I keep... I feel like, as usual with these cases, there's an obvious point. I'm just not seeing the thread yet about where to start. Okay, let's go down to evidence. So an investigator's ID card. This is the detectives. ID number. That number's probably going to be important later. This is the King of the Prosecutors trophy from the Edgeworth one. This is Edgeworth's knife that was in his car. This is the parking stub showing that he got back at 5:12, which was 3 minutes before 5:15. This is the silly... Why is there a handprint? Gumshoe. Why is there a handprint? I just noticed that. I feel like that handprint might be important later, but you guys know the Always Sunny meme about like who is Silvio or something like that? That's how I feel playing this game a lot. It's just like, where are the threads? Where are the threads? And it's just something silly I overlooked. Like, Alright, what are my options again? Knife evidence, stolen. Apartment's evidence room. Bad day for the department. Detective was killed. See, what a mess. Time of the crime. See, it's almost like what could have happened was somebody stabbed Goodman. But no, it was with Edgeworth. But was Edgeworth's knife the actual weapon that killed him? Man, I have too many questions right now, and I feel like at a certain point I kind of just got to start throwing it to the wall. So I tried this, and I knew this and the knife would not work. I can buy Angel Star, white enamel shoe. No prints. Traces of the victim's blood. King of the Prosecutors. Man, what is this gonna be? Date and time of death. Between 4 p.m. and 5:30. So do we actually know that it was 5:15 here? Because we're saying he was stabbed at 5:15, but everything about the loss of blood, like, that's the thing. He didn't die of the knife wound. He died of the after effects of the knife wound. Huh. What could link these together? Let me read this again. Okay, so this is Goodman's thing. Okay. So the pieces of this would be really funny if I just failed in this first part of day one. So the pieces of evidence that I'm pondering: Goodman's ID, the autopsy report of Goodman, and I think those are like the next likely pieces of stuff. Because it is still a police officer who died, or like a detective who died. What am I gonna do? Because I can't just sit here and stand here and ponder all night. I have health. Health is a resource and I have to use it. And I just saved, so I'm only down 1 health on my save. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I just gotta try stuff. I'm kind of stuck right now because I don't see what this next piece is supposed to be. I'm running out of ideas, so I'm just gonna... Oh, fuck. Alright. What am I missing? Can't be a coincidence, that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Yeah, I've already gotten that stuff. Your goat is washed, that's for sure. Unless... Stolen on the day of the murder. Case long solved. There's no way, right? Okay. No, alright. Restart. Goat washed, goat washed. Alright, let's see the bad ending real quick. Fuck me. B-I-L-T-Y. B-U-I-L-T-Y. Oh, fuck me. What am I missing there? What am I missing? I think it'd be silly just to like... Because it's the same problem I keep having in this game, and I think this is technically my second game over ever. So it's not like that's bad, but... Because it's obviously... Because I showed him the knife and he didn't care. The shoe, he didn't care. A crime photo? No. What am I missing? It was a bad day for the department. Sharp hungry. It's not officially linked to this case, but we have... What is a way I can tie these cases together? What can I do? Hello, Citrix. Unfortunately, you've come into a point of me trying to figure out what I gotta do next. I hope your CM runs and UMA have been going well. Mine did not go well today. I am not confirmed Group A right now. The right penis. Oh, holy shit, you're gaming. Yeah, you're set. I'm putting the Group B finals in the bag. That's for sure. We take those. Alright. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. No, okay. I don't have anything to contradict that they weren't prepared to do an investigation. Oh, hell yeah, nice. I'm just going to try. No. What am I missing here? Is officially linked to this. Maybe I'm just going down the wrong trail. Stolen from the department's evidence room. No. I feel like there's got to be a stupid thing I'm missing. Well, I've already failed once. I think this is the most stumped I've been in the entire game so far. Prosecutor's office. Not officially linked to this case here. It's funny that I got the 9. It's funny that I got the SL9 immediately, and I'm stuck here. Ugh. I feel like I've been here for 20 minutes. There's no way it's this. Yeah, okay, alright. Redo. So we don't gotta go through that whole thing again. Okay. Let me just go through these again. Same time. Chances. It ties the two murders together. Wait. Am I supposed to recheck out this knife? Have I just been misunderstanding that? Must have been the victim's blood. Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. I don't think there's anything else that like ties his knife to anything. I might as well just like go over all the evidence again while I'm here. Yeah, okay. You give me hope, Weird Badger. Because this one had the... fuck. Because this one is the one with Von Karma. I think that was the only piece of evidence on this one. Because we had already talked about it being broken. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay, so there's gotta be some piece of evidence I'm missing somewhere. Is there anything on the back of this? No. I feel like I'm on the right trail. Okay, so there's nothing on the back of that. Okay. Cool. Great. There's something I missed on the knife? I thought I got it all. I just know this is going to be such a stupid thing. I did not expect myself to be here for half an hour tonight, but here we are. Okay, this knife has been all checked out. Yeah, I'm so confused. Like, I have to start considering the pieces of evidence I would not try to link these two cases together. Like, the pieces of evidence I wouldn't try to link these two pieces together are the Blue Badger panel, which makes no sense. The knife? Like... yeah, okay. It's not the knife. Why am I so confused? I usually bumble my way into it by now. Ugh. Okay. I needed to know that. I'm so stupid. I forgot there was another option. This is why I've been stuck for so long, I bet. I could say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I thought I'd gotten everything. God damn it. This is why I've been stuck for 20 minutes, because I was missing information. Fuck me. Thank you for the follow. All right. Didn't he the evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was in a case, and it was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah. There's the connection between the two cases. Happy. We just got handed our ticket to the town to go to town on this case. The link between the two cases established. We finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. But I'm so stupid. God damn it, I got stuck for 20 minutes. At least. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I feel so stupid. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say? Well, out with it, Rido. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. Also, God, I'm glad you all understand, because... oh boy, I was not thinking about that one in the slightest. That is the only one I didn't press again on, because I was like, I got all the information I needed, right? There was only two choices, right? Not the place. And I already knew he was stabbed with a knife, so that really didn't... Okay, anyways. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There does seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
I don't like it when this guy just stares at me saying nothing, because I think my game bugs. You two make a good pair. So he admits it. We are the men from Yowie. We did it, gang. Everybody go home. I'm glad. It's a fun voice to do, too. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Oh, that is not what I meant to hit. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Okay, then let me press. Rogue says you should present your attorney badge. He says I should always present my attorney badge. Guys, there's been a murder in the Twitch chat. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well just try to get out what I can of him. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Criminal Affairs, Division 1. Detectives responsible for homicide cases. Homicide, that would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too. It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except this serial killer's killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. Alright, I know what to do now, guys. I know what to do now. There's more decision trees to go down. I'm never skipping a decision tree ever again. Have to do everything properly. Let's do ID number. That's going to be more important. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... Five 84218 So it's the same murder. Okay. Thinking. What if it's not 2 murders that happened? What if it's 1? But why do they think it was at 5:15? Why does because the thing that I can't get my head around right now is, and this is actually why, and I'm starting to find the trail of what could have happened, but it's Ace Attorney / Phoenix Wright, so I'm not sure if that's the case. But why did it take them 2 days to find out that somebody was murdered in the evidence room? It's because the body wasn't there. Right? 2 days to figure out that something was stolen and somebody was stabbed in the evidence room by a knife at 5:15, supposedly. And Bruce Goodman, if this is supposed to be Bruce Goodman, this person who was found in the back of Edgeworth's car is supposed to be Goodman, who died from a knife wound, but it was the loss of blood after the knife wound that caused the actual dying part. And there was the award ceremony. Did somebody stab Goodman with one, like, did somebody... Man, I don't get it. I don't get it yet. This is fun. I don't get it. I can't believe I spent 20 minutes getting stuck and now I'm immediately back to theorizing on shit. Oh, puzzle games. 58. Number is 5842189.
Well, that's quite long. That is something I've been told before.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
ID number of the victim at the police department. 842. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you?
Witness.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Something we definitely have here in California.
No, it's just, I got confused.
And this is news?
Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing.
Like you always do.
The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rido. Personnel IDs are top secret. Our personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right! Again! The number that the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Objection. Oh, wait a second, right. What is this? Mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Rido. Sharp as a tack.
Wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room, at the exact same time. Objection.
That's impossible.
So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean?
Objection. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
Huh? What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. It was when that dude came to fucking see Edgeworth and Edgeworth got pissed off. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, and I also see I do not know a more Dane coded character than Phoenix. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Phoenix right, that is. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Reporting. Excuse me, but this is Mr. Edgeworth. Anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the crest of the chief. Sir, I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him?
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Skye incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. Objection.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence.
Then Does he get removed as prosecutor on this case? No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth getting taken off this case? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Rido over here. Good job, Rido, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No. It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in defendant's chair this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time, really.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant 1 further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Oh. Somehow, despite 2 failures, I learned a valuable lesson about this game. Whew. All right. Voice check, voice check. How am I doing? I think I'm doing okay. Definitely have to follow, make sure I remember when there's options and not just go for the one I think it is. So, okay, so yeah, let's keep going for now. My voice cuts out before we get to the next day of the trial, so be it, but I'll try. All right. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. Oh, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. There is like one simple question I could ask that I feel like is going to come up. And it's, was there a body in the evidence room? I feel like that is like the key question I have to prove at one point. As to whether or not he was stabbed and like put into the back of the car before Edgeworth got to the prosecutor's office. Because the only thing that makes sense right now is if this guy was stabbed in the evidence room, and then during the award ceremony, he was put into Edgeworth's car because he was getting the award. That's my running theory right now, is that there's no body. Well, there's 2 theories technically. But I think the second theory, that he has a twin brother that is the exact same DNA scheme as him, pretty much, is very far-fetched. Right? Would they do that to me? Would they do that? Would this game series do that to me? Would this game series give me twin brother Goodman who have been acting under one job together and under one salary, living in the same place, and making it so that way there's one person? Is this as far-fetched as having a parrot testify? I think that's the question we have to ponder ourselves now. Put the parrot on the stand. Do I have to go, is the parrot on the stand the most far-fetched thing this game will ever give me? Or what if it's 2 of the exact same dude? Ponder. Really makes you thunk. Okay, so I'm putting a big asterisk on current theory. Bruce Goodman stabbed in evidence room, stuffed into Edgeworth's car, like around 4, he was stabbed at 4, put in a car during the award ceremony, And then Edgeworth, none the wiser, drove over to the prosecutor's office. And then Lana was in the parking lot, saw the trunk wasn't closed all the way, found Goodman, tried to call the police, tried to call somebody, couldn't. Found the knife, stuffed the knife with her muffler in there, and then accidentally cut herself with... Man, no, that... lots and lots of questions. How did Lana cut herself? What did she actually find when she got to Edgeworth's car? Was he actually put in the car way earlier? These things. What up, Teddy? Thank you for the raid. Hope excerpt step went well. Okay, let's continue on. Alright, he died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. Oh, what's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. All right. Back to the parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found. Then how do you... I'm so mad. Me, 2 minutes ago. You know, if I was them, I would ask if there was a body found in the police department. You know, if I was them, I would ask this pertinent fucking question. I would ask, where's the body of Goodman at the police department? And there is none. Damn, I'm bad. Who fucking cares, man? Who cares? Haha. Alright. This is psychic damage. Oh my god. I'm taking psychic damage from this game. Who cares? There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. I will say, big fan of the characters doing like just a different separate pose that makes them like more serious looking. Big fan of that. Also a big fan of Wright Wright does have the serious poses, but big fan of Wright like with like the head scratching, like hand scratching the back of his head with the big dumbass grin. Big fan of that one too. My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. Gantz sprites really are so good. They really went ham with these new sprites in the DLC. Like, yeah, Emma's obviously draws a lot of inspiration from Maya and whatnot, but even her ones with like her pushing up the glasses for the nerd emoji look, like those are really good too. But like Gantz, fire. That's not it at all. Oh yeah, how could I forget fucking the dude shaving his face in the evidence, like at a crime scene? It's all been so good. Even the cough up queen, like her stuff with like the lunch boxes has been really good too. It's just we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol. Okay, I'll do that one. Mash on my okie at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. Hi, Java. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray. Oh my god. Press enter to spray it. Okay, let's find some blood stains. Can I? No. Oh, okay. I don't have to do that. Okay, cool. Oh. I can use my mouse, thankfully. I don't have to use enter. I could see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a bloodstain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation and action. Okay, well... Well, we definitely know this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? Yeah, she said there was like blood all over the floor, but this is like a really small amount. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up all my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag out that hidden evidence into the light of day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Is this the cough-up queen? Huh. I knew it. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just... that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah! I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. That's like forever in anime terms. I'm sorry, in California terms. Excuse me. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. I didn't even need them to show me that line. I knew what it was going to be. Oh, and here I thought somebody had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. There we go. There's the connection. There's where it all began. I forgot that she was let go because it'd been a week since I played, but okay, so it is that case. It is. Okay. So it all comes back to whatever the fuck happened on this case. Yeah, red text moment. I know red text is important, but mostly because of friends playing Umineko, in which red always means the truth, but in this game, that's not always the case. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Present. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? What do you think about this? Okay. Very day Goodman was killed, as I suspected. Think you could tell us more about that incident? Well, wouldn't that appear right there? What am I missing? A body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I'd think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? So are we just gonna ignore the part where you don't tell me about SL9? Oh, that's cute. Oh yeah, so fished. look at the controls for rotate. If you're still here, it's very weird because I have a split keyboard. So I have B on one, which is left. It's on my left controller, but H, N, and M are on the other one. It's fucking me up so much in this game. It's really funny. Why isn't she coughing up what I need to know? Yeah, so if you see me struggling to do stuff, there's probably a rebind, but also it might slightly just be, no, there's no rebind. Maybe it's on the main menu, but at this point it's so funny I'm just keeping up with it. Yes? Okay. Spray. I knew it. This blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Is there any... No... What? Oh, I guess there's nothing to spray there. Okay. Same with there. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just checking to see if there's any more blood in every single place. Also, I was very... Oh, what? Sorry, I'm now interested in this box of where I can go right here, but the moment I go right here and it's too close to this box... A level... Okay. There's no way that's true, right? You can't just say things like that. How do I represent this? I know you would respect this level of MASH, Rogue, but I know. That's probably a bad sign. Yeah, probably. If I show you the shoe now. No, okay. So why won't you tell me about SL9? What am I not showing you? How about this? Here, I'll show her the badge. That looks like a petrified piece of provolone. Huh? It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I'd think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market. Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least. I think I did that last time, but I have to keep it up. What if I present her own thing? If you think about that, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed over towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. There's an achievement for getting every lunchbox? Wait, can you just find them? I don't think I would do it, but have I just been missing lunchboxes the entire time? Or is it just like when she shows them to you? Because now I'm curious. Oh, okay. Where she presents you a box. Okay, okay. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime, or 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Okay, this is what I needed for SO9. That time? Yes, there we go. That's what I needed. That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Have a good night, Sophus. Thanks for stopping by. Oh! Marshall was on that case too. Huh. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? No, they did. Gant said it was a solved case. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Oh, sorry, gears turning, because she had obviously said that this was the reason that she got fired. This is the reason that Marshall got demoted, and the reason that Goodman, I don't fucking know what happened to Goodman. Something happened. Wait, no, he was still placed on homicide, right? A homicide team? But he was probably moved teams. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself? And one other person you know well. Who? Who was... Gumshoe? Wait, could it be? Oh, Marshall. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was... Okay. I got confused because, yeah, Marshall was demoted. But I thought he was also like... Okay, no, I'm just jumping to conclusions. Woo! Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall.
Oops, I mean, police department security detail, quote, officer, quote, Jake Marshall. As a professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Oh. Oh no. Hey gang. Somebody want to... Okay, so let's do it this way. I need somebody to post a... I have a question, and I want the answer in the form of... I don't think there's an easy way of saying this. They said this case was the first case... I don't think they've said it, but from what I understand and what they've implied so far, because Angel, aka the Coffin Queen, has said that the first case that I think Edgeworth took was the case that she worked on, in that she was immediately let go after that. That was the first case that Edgeworth worked with Lana Skye, I think, on the basis of fabricated evidence. We've always known that Edgeworth has done whatever he needed to do to get his man, like, his sentence. And I think this was the first case of that. Jesus. I think that would make the most sense to me. Man. Problematic Yowie indeed. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden one. That's what we're after. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 has disappeared, we have new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah, yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch. Putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his, are you going out? Are you going steady? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. I'm going to go... no, I could stand a little longer. Okay, where to? Have I gotten everything I need from over here? I think I got all the blood samples I needed because I mashed through it all. Let's just get out of here for now.
Let's go to the police department. All right, Marshall, where you at? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I can just go in? Oh, okay, okay. Wait, was Marshall here the last time we came in with Von Karma? Or did they just change evidence rooms? Or, you know, when Von Karma tased us, did he just do nothing? Did this room not exist? You gotta talk to me, game. I gotta click the button for you to talk to me. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. What do you mean? It's from West LA. According to the pamphlet, this is a guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. What? You've never been to West LA before? You can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? Rooms don't need to exist until Nick needs them to exist. The power of the protagonist! I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction? Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Oh, computer. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. Bet we could use this computer to check out who went in and out of there. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. That's... I don't know why I'm like, that's the uniform. We know it's Marshall's room. I mean, holy shit, who's dressed? You know, I will say I keep trying to ignore the elephant on the cacti, but this like Dalmatian, no, it's a cow spotted hat. I don't know why I said Dalmatian. This cow like spotted hat is kind of sick, not gonna lie. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. Oh. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more like a yarg myself. All right. What else can I do here? No. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. That's gotta be it, Nick. You sure have an active imagination for a high schooler. Alright. Now is that everything in here? Texas. Why does this... Question. Important question. I cannot move on until I get this question answered. Is Marshall... Am I about to say this? Am I about to say this? Is Marshall... Is Marshall like a Texaboo? Because he's from West LA, but he has a bunch of signs for Texas. Is this dude a Texaboo? I'm completely out there. Oh, I haven't saved in a while. Let me save real quick. Alright. This dude has a lot of open liquor bottles. Oh, wait. I'm sure... if I examine this here... Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steak frying on the grill. Prefers Tex-Mex over real Mexican food? Damn. What a dude. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Star poured her heart into making this. So long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Alright. If I rotate this in my mind... Aha! Let's see. Ingredients. Meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. That's it? That's it? Alright. I'm really glad I don't have to hit enter for every single one of these. Oh, did I just have to leave? This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please? Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for a chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've got our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. It's Marshall that they're framing. Okay. It's Marshall. Another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly, pal. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. Wait, where did he say? I thought I needed to be the... Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, detention center. I can't believe they put Marshall behind bars. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. That's not to go for too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I'd say. Meekins. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? Oh, and his hand was bandaged then. Oh. But it's his left hand, not his right hand, because Lana was the right hand, but Meekins is the left hand, and I'm sure that detail will be meaningless. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a lost little patrolman like a lost little lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir! Sir! Ow, I can hear you just fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall, sir. But Marshall? Nick, Mr. Right, Righto, you absolute dingus. Who else could it be? I know we're not the smartest tool in the shed, Nick, but come on. We gotta do better. But Marshall? Whoa, no way. All the West LA and Texaboo merch was Marshall? Crazy. And then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor, sir. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. Suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out, sir. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center Sir, how long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir! So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir! Bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! You have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir! Label me victim! Yeah, I hit my hand, but I didn't yell, yeah, be proud of me, sir! I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true. Sir, I suppose you could say that, sir. In your point of view, sir. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side, sir. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. Sir, I have not seen the light in many days, sir. I don't know any detectives, sir. When I'm not doing anything, I read on my phone, sir. The waifus, they need me. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor did I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. That's not a high bar, Nick. That is really not a high bar right now. We are fucking things up. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, I have no idea, sir. Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, but there's nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? That's a funny way of phrasing that. Sir, tell the truth, sir, when it happened. When the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered. Sir? When the detective pointed that knife at me. When the detective pointed that knife at me. That changes things. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you were, huh? No, Nick, I need you to go back and think about that other phrase. Nick, forget about that part. Go back. Come on. Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared, sir. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? Victim's body disappeared. No, go back to when the victim fucking pointed a knife at him. Come on, dude. Come on. That's some story. Was this the knife that he threatened you with? Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir! It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir! Last night, sir! That's the one! I was an apple, sir, in my dream, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. No, Nick! No! You're on the right trail, Nick! You're on the right trail! I see the thread, I just don't know how it connects. Neither does the dumbass me. Fuck. God damn it. So I need to get into that evidence room. And I need to... So there's something else here. Bam. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really, sorry. But I have no idea what that is, sir. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. What kind of question do I want to... What kind of thing do I gotta show him next? Because usually there's 4. Well, I guess not always, but... Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that's not it. What about this knife? Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir! It's okay, I just want to... That's it, sir! Oh. So he reacts that way to both knives. Damn it! Not just one. Look at this photograph. Sorry, I'm thinking about... I'm updating the... Not the autopsy, I'm updating the margins of what happened. So here's my running theory, which makes no sense. There's a thread here that I'm not privy on yet. I think that Goodman stole the knife because he obviously, like, we just got vital information from this dude. He stole the knife. He pointed it at Meekins, and when Meekins got it pointed at him, he's scared of knives. He passed out. He probably accidentally fell on the knife a little bit, so his hand was bleeding, and then he passed out. Nobody looked for him because nobody cares, which sucks. So if anything, that blood might be Meekins. Meekins and... Man. But it's a single... God, no, that theory doesn't make sense. Fuck, dude. Because what I was thinking was... He didn't die... I keep going back to, in the evidence, that Goodman didn't die... Like, he didn't die instantly. He died of loss of blood from the chest wound. And they said it was between 4 and 5:30 p.m. And it's a single stab wound. Because my running theory was Goodman was going to stab himself and blame it on Edgeworth because he was in the back of Edgeworth's car. But then when Lana he attacked whoever opened up the car, but he had Meekin's blood on the knife, and then he stabbed Lana, sliced her hand. She, in defense, saw the knife there next to him and stabbed him out of self-defense, which is why she's been saying she stabbed him and she did it. But that doesn't explain all the blood everywhere. And I don't know. I gotta keep going. I'm gonna get lost in theories. All right, let's lighten the mood. I'm gonna show him my attorney's badge. Officer Meekins, have a look at this. Go ahead, sir. Laugh at me, sir. I know what you want to say. You're gonna tell me how she has one just like it, sir. Me? Why would I? I know, sir. I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges, sir. Nowhere. I'm alone. All alone. Is that so wrong, sir? Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Okay, the rogue. There, that one was for you. Can I say Naruhodo? Naruhodo. I hope I said that right. You're welcome, or not. I don't know. Is there anything else I can show him? Okay, you don't want steak. I showed him the badge. You missed it, Rogue. I already showed it. You walked away. Showed him the badge. He got mad. Oh, okay. You didn't see it. Okay, good. I think I gotta leave. I don't think I'm done there yet, actually. Gotta be something else I can present him. Let's just go to end the list real quick, since I can mash through these. Hey, why do you have that? That's from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up, sir. If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. Oh my god. That wasn't what I wanted out of it. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all, sir! This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it, sir! Nothing could be more exact, sir! Nothing! I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Okay, finally we got the fourth option. Okay, or third option again. Second, whatever. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, sir. A lost little lamb, if you will, sir. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, sir. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card, sir. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you, sir. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me! Sir! What? Finally, we're getting the details! Finally! What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now! Sir! So I whooped and leapt at him! Sir! Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you! My own father's words, sir! What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir! Everything went white! When I awoke, I was here, sir! Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he had met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's what I'm fucking wondering, man. What I fucking know, there was no body. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines, sir. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said, sir. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Sir, huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, on the tape, sir. You waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it, sir. No, thanks. I have my own. I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Yeah, get us out of here, man. Do I move to the... Oh wait, guard station. Duh. Sorry. Got confused in my own head. Alright. Now I examine the computer again. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Alright. Wasn't I supposed to go here? Because I haven't found Marshall yet. Or have I not gone yet? This is it. Okay. Alright, let's go find Marshall. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh. And you're sure this is all? Hmm? You know what it means if there's anything, if there is missing anything. If there is anything missing, I can't talk. I can't talk. Ha ha. You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives is looking a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? This is like some boss music on Gant. Okay, I do need 30-second break to just swap my desk back to sitting. If even I need 30 seconds. Ugh. All right. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. That was a little more southern than I meant. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Oh, wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Just about anything. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I mean? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, Ryder, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops! Wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Nope. Guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Country? Either him or Dancing Blue Badger. Alright, what do I want to show him? Go find Gumshoe, okay, but... Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go through the evidence real quick. Okay, he doesn't want to look at our badge. Okay, so all this has been worthless. Cool, good use of my time. Good use of my time. Very good use of my time. Nope. Nope. What have I not shown to him? But he's only shown me examine. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did Chief Police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. He took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a point of that, just in case. Okay, cool. Cool, now I have the item too. Actually, I was wondering, could I ask if I could ask you a favor? Huh? Well, I never thought the day would come when Ryder would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. I don't like it when he just stares at me. And he blinks. Now, Rido. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Rido, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. No problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you could borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run around and do your best now. Later, folks. Wait. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID card. A real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we gotta go to the evidence room now. Sir! I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Oh, wait. Only be submitted to the chief of police. Well, fuck me. I meant to submit that. Oh well. To the guard station. Examine. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader's turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? He's back. Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? Phoenix. Again. Who fucking else could it be? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. He's going back to trimming his hair. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing here there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. However, I have your weakness. sheriff's back then about the only thing they trusted with their shooting hand. I think I put the wrong evidence. This is neither wild nor west here. Aha, but that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so, huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Steak lunch. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. Texas, famously in West LA. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No. He is a Texaboo. I was right. Actually, I've been right the entire time. Oh, buddy. No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means? Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. All right, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. All right, let's get to talking, buddy. Officer Marshall, you're here in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a raw hog. Let me try again. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the You're still investigating the SL incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all, quote, solved, unquote, on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. "2 days ago, the day of our case." That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks.
The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Now, Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. Here's a security card, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card rec. What? What? Whoever held the card entered the room at 5:14. $77777 at 4:20. Coincidence? What? I think a big thing about this case has been time and time again. Now it's been about like what time everything began. And I think one of these clocks is wrong. That's my current theory, is that there's some clock in this case that is just incorrect. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the preceding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the Country Sheriff's Department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The numbers on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the fourth number, it matches perfect. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. He had his ID card then. Why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? All right, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record. Evidence of everybody who entered on 2/21. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay.
But I still need to go into the evidence room. Woo, maybe this is another 4-hour stream. Goddamn. Evidence room, sector 3. This is a beefy case. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence. So this is the evidence room. Really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So this is true. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me, pal? Oh. So that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're boss for the day. For a day. Gee. Thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right! It's an honor! After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Ha ha ha! Of course! I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. Yep. Here's confirmation. SL9 is Edgeworth's first case. Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Even I can't lose my own right hand. Ooh. Sorry, thinking. Right hand. Did Goodman? Yeah, that too. But he needed his right hand. Okay, I'm just gonna have to continue. I have ideas, but I just need to keep going. I can't get lost in my own head yet. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to these handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handle is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Yeah, I know. That's what has me concerned too, Rogue. But so the issue with that one is it wasn't her fingerprints that were hurt. At least that's how it seemed. It wasn't like her whole hand was bandaged. It was bandaged around like the main section of it. That's like the one thing that like I'm wrapping my head around this right now. But that was my first thought, was right hand and Lana with the bandage, but that doesn't fully make sense if it's supposed to be fingerprints. Evidence locker, court record. Ooh, what's your ID? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Woohoo! What is that? What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What is the second number? 873-0579. So he came in at 440. What? ID card record updated into court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Miles Edgeworth, Bruce Goodman. Yeah, okay. So we have 3 more numbers to figure out. Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. Yep, I was right. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Yeah, let me know. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. It's too late. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right into spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with a transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. See, yep, that's what Cough Up Queen told us. So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Okay, let's start spraying. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Oh, I didn't mean to present it. I meant to go start spraying. That what Meekins was saying is right. Oh. Why is there... That'll do it. I knew it. This is someone's right hand print. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Okay, I figured, but... I mean, yeah, he's right. What's this, blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Okay, yeah. So I'm not done yet. All right. Oh, gotcha. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the room. This might just be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always just buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Is there any more blood in this room? I think that's probably the other one. Why is there paint? What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room? What? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look, absolutely. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Oh, God. Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, just so you know, I am an amateur. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on it before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Brother, you cannot be serious. How? Combine? Oh, okay. Okay. Nope. Okay. No. No, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck, I keep meaning to rotate left and right. Okay, okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. What was this? No. Feel the pain and suffering. Oh, trust me, I've been feeling it. The vase? I'm very glad I'm not playing this on the 3DS or on the DS. I guess it'd be this piece. But it's missing a big section. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but I think some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. Yeah, absolutely. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, does look like the most stable kind of jar. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added. Pieces missing. Trouble finishing, huh? Eyes emoji. Place the stuff with evidence from stuff for dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Do you really think it would work? Hey, pal. Security is high-tech around here. What is this open one? Look, this one's open. And the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's the metal detector. The one that I led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. Cheap looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy that cat was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. I don't like any of this. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I need to find... Because I know whose is next. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Oh my god. Brother. There more blood in that room? Oh, this is the one place I haven't been to yet. Okay. I'm slowly running out of steam, gamers, and I don't think this day is ending anytime soon. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigation. We know where he's at. He's getting yelled at. Hope that's what he's doing. Guess we'll have to come back. Oh, geez. Where do I go from here? Nobody here. Can I present this to you? What? Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Sheriff. I feel like I'm not done in this evidence room yet. Oh, duh. There it is. Okay, this is what I was missing. Cool. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know? Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? One that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Okay, so that was the last thing I need. Probably should see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Yep. Alright. It is 11:30. Alright, gamers, I think that I should probably actually call it here for now. I think my voice is starting to go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and I'm going to save right here. And I will try to stream again soon. Hopefully this weekend, question mark? But Very fun. I was really hoping to get to the end of this day, but this case is just so huge. I was definitely underestimating the size of this case. So I think I'm I don't know how far I am off this day actually. So, but voice is starting to go, and I should probably just preserve it. So let me make sure I saved. I know I just did, but got to double tap. And then I'll go to the title select screen. Whew, fun stream. Learned a lot about how I leave options on the table, and that's something in both fighting games and Phoenix Red, I guess. So sometimes it'd be like that. Save the best Salmonella's voice actor's voice. God, I still can't believe I channeled the right energy for that dude. What a fucker. Alright, everybody, I'm just gonna go ahead and slide out. Y'all have a good night, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Bye-bye!